But the combine, a lot of guys are choosing not to compete in it. Right, a lot of people are choosing not to perform, and I don't know why. Joe Burrow said he hasn't had enough time. We talked to Jordan Palmer, national championship. He wanted to celebrate a little bit. Now he has a 6-week plan, which leads perfectly to his pro day. Didn't want to do anything in the combine that could jeopardize anything. I
feel like that's different. I feel like more and more.
I don't understand.
3 years ago, when Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes and those guys went out and competed like that, wasn't happening in our day. Peyton and I didn't even cross our mind.
Oh, that was back when the quarterback challenge was something on TV. It was so awesome. Like all that stuff was back. It's a whole new world now.
It's an agent-driven concept. Let's be honest here. I mean, Jordan Love.
Turn that pillow around.
Yeah, I'll turn your pillow around your agent. Shabbat shalom. Yeah, man.
By the way,
come on. Jordan Love has a huge burst right now going on where you're hearing how he could be a top 10 guy. Couple times he hit cameras that were like 5 yards out of bounds. I mean, guys are airmailing throws, and scouts and evaluators understand not everything's going to be perfect. They just want to physically see, for those who didn't get to Utah State this year, what does it look like coming out of his hand?
Yep.
And they want to see
Can a kid
that.
spin it?
They want to see it.
Everybody can spin it. You get invited to the combine.
I don't know if that's accurate.
There's
some terrible football throws. In that gauntlet drill, you find out some guys that can't throw because they're ruining the gauntlet drill. There was a couple times where I've seen a quarterback get pulled from the gauntlet drill because he's been off so much. That is something that does happen because these top guys aren't throwing. So I think they know they have to bring in more guys.
Last year, Steve Smith aired out one of the quarterbacks on live television for not giving the proper throw and throwing too hard to the guys. Like we heard him off mic. He said, I'm going to go say something to the guy. And we're like, uh-oh. And he did. He aired the kid out in a polite way.
But that's a real thing, though, right? Because these top guys aren't throwing, the NFL Combine, I assume, has to adjust to that. So they're bringing in some guys that maybe wouldn't normally get
there was a couple years ago where they brought in the Texas A&M quarterback to come in. He wasn't there to compete.
Just to throw.
Yeah,
I mean, Burrow's not going to be out there. They wouldn't have him out there throwing the gauntlet anyway.
No, but I'm just saying the drills and everything like that for the wide receivers.
Look, the way that this thing's going to go one day, I think we're going to see guys run 40s next to each other. I think we're going to see some sort of around the horn type fake point system being awarded.
Wait a minute. This is behind the scenes information. This is the man who was a part of pitching the combine being on television. So whenever you say that there's a chance,
I think we're going to see this one day. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to make people run faster. By the way, people are going to run faster.
I think we just watched people compete.
Yeah, we saw the ATN Isaiah Simmons race at Clemson that came out recently.
Well, it happens in practice all the time.
Right?
Who's the fastest guy on the team is a conversation that happens in the locker room and at the practice field all the time. I'm faster than you. Bet. Here we go. Now who's fading who? Who's betting on who? It's an electric environment at practices.
One of my favorite moments of the season, is when the Chiefs are playing. I think it was in Tennessee, right? And I'm just blanking. The running back's name, who's Damian Williams. Damian Williams is running. He's scot-free.
Oh, yeah, Tyreek.
And Tyreek Hill runs him down because he wanted to prove the practice conversations they have as to who's fastest. He wanted to show it in real time in a game.
Well, and then film the next day.
Right.
Whenever they're showing that film.
Exactly.
There's
what you're talking about actually burst onto the scene in a real NFL game this past year.